This video will be about things that make you go, what? My spiritual sister, who me and her is close on a spiritual level, her name is Vanessa. And she said something last week that startled me. Because at the time she said it, I was thinking about the same exact thing. She said, you remember President Clinton talked to you and say they have talking with entities on the other side on several occasions, and they done spent millions on research about the other side? I say, yeah. She say, do you think that somebody on the other side could have possibly told President Clinton about you? And I told her, I've been thinking the same thing lately. But let's put everything together, a perspective of the possibilities. And I think yes. But it took me 40 years to even think about it. I just started thinking about that lately. But I'm going to tell you one of the reasons I thought about it. They say the experts said for me not to publish no books. Say write them, but let the federal government publish them. Because if I publish them, every hate group in America going to be coming after me and my family. And I fell for that BS. Not until I wasn't able to work no more in 2016. I went to see that they kept their promise. They said they were going to put that I was American, world, sports, and black history. And they were going to put the reason why for being the first black to graduate in golf course management in the world. But they say they ain't going to write the stories until after I die. Or in 2050, when they expect the Civil War. Say the experts say we don't need to put that guy out there until the Civil War. To stop the Civil War. To give black people their ultimate, irreplaceable black leader. Because he blowed all the rest away. And this guy closed the book on black history and slavery as we once knew it. And a new book will have to be opened. And we will rewrite discrimination based on this guy's life story. We will rewrite the book on discrimination. So think about that. How did he know all that? Who told them? I didn't tell them. They told me. But what get me and will make me think because of this. When President Clinton said, we've been watching you since kindergarten. I don't know nothing about the state test in kindergarten. He said the state testers found me. But he said, we've been watching you since kindergarten. Who told him? Who told them that I was going to be who I was decades ahead of time? Now, they said they were doing the research on the top 10 least minority-friendly subject in American college, and they were going to penetrate it with a loss of minorities. That's what they told me, and they want me to help them with that. Right? Then they told me they caught my colleges 3 years in a row. But the first 2 years, they asked the college, say, have a black guy ever graduated in golf? And the college say, no, ain't no black man ever graduated from golf here. Y'all got the wrong school. He say, then they contact 3,000 students from 82, 83, 84, 85. And they contact them 3 years in a row to get the story straight. And he say, a guy named Scott Muff. I say, hey. No, he said, a guy. We contacted the guy in Alabama. His name was Scott. And I say, hey. And I said the last name. He said, yeah, that's him. He said when he went in third year golf, you were in first year golf, and he was the welterweight champ, karate champ, and he was undefeated for many years. And he asked you to spar one day, and you beat him like he won nothing. I said, yes, I remember that. He said, then when he gave us your name, we looked it up on a superintendent association website, and we got your name, address, and your job. Makes sense. Makes sense. But again, he said, we've been watching you since kindergarten. And when we find people like you, we try to find a way to get them in the military or working for the federal government. But with you, we was amazed. And I said, why? You were going to college for golf course management, and we just had to see how that turned out. And you licked it with flying colors. Everything you did, you started on the bottom. From reading, education, fighting, and talking. They throw everything at you but the kitchen sink. And you shatter everything. And all we want to ask you, and they would made my cyber sister Vanessa, or spiritual sister Vanessa, think the same thing. Because the first question Mr. Clinton asked me was, we can't close the research because we can't figure out how you died. Did you had help from the other side?